Hey guys, it's Julie with Julie's Designs. In last week's video, we made these adorable little carrots. If you haven't seen this video, I will put the link below and you can go ahead and watch that one if you want to know how to make these. And I teased that we will be making a video with the bunny rabbits. So this week I'm going to be showing you how to make these adorable little bunny rabbits. Also, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I did a haul video where I bought a bunch of clothing from the thrift store in order to make these. So now they're actually made. I was just inspired by the texture and the fabric and the pattern. I was going for like a very farmhouse look. Like, remember the skirt with this stitching? Look how cute this little bunny turned out. So I'll also put the link to that video below if you're interested in seeing what the garments look like before I turn them into adorable little bunnies. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to make this a really quick DIY video. It is super simple and something literally anybody can do. Something you can do with your kids. It does involve hot glue, so you want to be a little bit careful, but it's definitely fun. What I did was I just Googled simple bunny rabbit patterns. And I will put the links to these below if you want to go ahead and print it out, or if you want to Google your own, you can go ahead and do that. So what I do is I just print it out and then I cut it out. And then if I want it to be larger than a sheet of paper, then I'll put, the top of the bunny on one page, the bottom of the other, and then just tape it together. So that's how I get it if it's bigger than a sheet of paper. And I have like this design. I just wanted a simple side bunny. And then I have a much bigger bunny rabbit. So this was like, it looks like 3 sheets of paper it took to make this one. So that's all you do, is you print it out, the different areas of the bunny, and then you can tape it all together and get whatever design you want. I do suggest making the rabbit a little bit bigger. If it's only the size of a sheet of paper, it was a little bit harder to stuff the ears and all. It was just a little bit too small. So I would start off with a bigger pattern. Now, I am going to do this bunny rabbit on my drop cloth. So I have 2 pieces of drop cloth cut about to the size of this bunny rabbit. We're going to do, this one's about 15 inches. And I'm not going to pin it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape the pattern down. Do the double-sided tape where you just roll it over and put it down. And I mean, you can pin it if you want, but I always stick myself with the pins and that's just too much work. So this works out perfectly. You want to kind of get both the ears so they stay still, and then like maybe the middle and the bottom, and then you're good to go. And if you're really concerned, you could also tape the 2 pieces of fabric together, but I mean, it doesn't move that much, so you should be fine. And you're just going to cut out the shape of your paper. Okay, once your shape is cut out, you can take the paper off. And I kind of moved it around, but it's easier if you just try to keep the pieces together. All right, there we go. So what you want to do is you want to start off with the ears. We're going to glue around the ears, and we're going to stuff the ears, because if you glue the whole thing, it's really hard to get those ears stuffed. So you don't want to go all the way on the edge. You want to go about a ½ inch in, because we want to keep those, get the edges like this where you have some leftover fabric and it starts to fray. That's kind of the look we're going for. They're going to look like the carrots, so they'll kind of match cutesy all together. And if you had trouble cutting out the corners, like not the corners, the edges, like where they're rounded, if they look a little bit square, it's okay. Just leave it till the end, because it may start to kind of fray and look fine. Or you can go with your scissors and kind of trim up any jagged edges that you have. Okay, you want to give it a minute to dry, and then you want to start stuffing your ears. What I started doing is working on 2 at a time. So I could do one, give it a minute to dry, stuff the other one, and then go back and forth to each one. And that made it go a little bit faster. You don't want to get too big of a piece to start off stuffing the ears, because then it's hard to get it in there. So you just want to start off with kind of like a small piece of batting. And once again, I am using just a pillow from Walmart. It was $3 and some change for this pillow, and instead of using polyfill, I just used that. It looks actually exactly like polyfill for a fraction of the price. You know me, I'm always trying to figure out a look for less. Also, look around your house for fabric. You might have an old sweater that you don't want to use anymore. You might have a skirt that you're not going to wear anymore. And it might be the perfect spring color that you can turn into a little Easter bunny. Also, my drop cloth, my favorite place to get drop cloth is Harbor Freight. I love their drop cloths. They are like $9 or $10, and if it's the only thing you buy, you can get the 20% off coupon over there, and then it makes it around $8. All right, so you really got to kind of use your fingers to get those ears stuffed. And then once the ears are stuffed, it moves on pretty quickly. Okay, now I am going to put hot glue on the rest of it and fill it up. So when you get to the end, you just want to glue up the sides and just leave a little area to keep filling. And then you just go ahead and glue that up too. So it's really easy. And there we go. Our little bunny rabbit is all glued up and stuffed. So right here, I have like a little, it's a little too pointy. So that's what I was talking about. Just wait to the end and then you can go ahead and trim it up. It's a lot easier once it's all glued together and a little bit stiffer. And then you can round off any corners that you have. And the rest of it looks good. Okay, on to the next step. Now I put a jute string. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's my favorite string. You can get it in the hardware section. It comes in a pack of 3. And I put this around all my rabbits, around the neck. It just ties it all in together. And then also my carrots have it too. It just makes it look more like a collection. But if you wanted to do ribbon or even a different kind of fabric, you could absolutely do that. That would look great. It's just that since mine are going to be all grouped together, I just wanted them to kind of all, something to tie them all together, you know. I just thought that would look better. So that's why I'm going with the jute string on all of them. Also, drop cloth is very good to paint on. So if you wanted to give your little bunny rabbit a face, you could absolutely do that as well. What I would do is also Google again bunny clip art and then kind of look at that and just kind of retrace it, because if you're looking at clip art, it's going to be like very simple, easy faces that you could do. Now we're going to give our bunny rabbit a tail. This is also optional. They don't need tails because you may not see it if you put it this way, but if you put it this way, you know, of course you would see it. But it is so easy to make a little pom-pom tail. So this is actually, oh look, it's already rolled up for me. I'm going to go with that. This is just some yarn I got from the thrift store, but it's like the perfect farmhouse spring color. So you're just going to make a big roll of it around your hand. Then you cut it. You're going to want to cut another piece and then you tie it in the middle with that piece that you just cut off. So you're just going to do a regular knot on it, right in the middle of the circle you just made. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then you just go right down the center and just cut it so you have this little fringy part. There we go. Cut all the loops like that. And then I'm gonna cut it down a little bit because I feel like this one's a little bit big. So I'm gonna give it a little haircut. There we go. Okay, see my little tail? So you can make it bigger, smaller. I should have probably did maybe 2 fingers instead of, I think I have 4 fingers. So it just depends on the size of your rabbit. And then you're going to just glue it onto the back. I am using Gorilla brand hot glue. It's my favorite brand. I just find it sticks so well. You just want to make sure you give it that time to dry. Look how cute that color looks with the jute twine. So cute. So what y'all think? Because I didn't actually put tails on the rest of my rabbits because I didn't feel like it needed it, but I definitely wanted to show y'all how simple it was to make one if it was something you wanted to do. So what do y'all think? Should I put little pom-pom tails on all my rabbits or just leave them as is? Here's a bigger one. So this is a 20-inch one. This one's about 15 inches. And it doesn't have a tail. This one has a tail. And then, oh, this is one I kind of made like a pillow. So all I did was cut out the shape of the rabbit and then put it on this ticking fabric. And I just stuffed the pillow and made it the same way. I kept the edges, you know, about a 1/2 inch off the sides. And then I put like little jute twine around the neck right there. Really cute. So that's it. That was a super simple DIY. And just let your imagination go. Let this be the taking off point, and then you can just go from there. I started making these and I couldn't stop. Like I made these, and then I had the idea for all the different colored fabrics, and then I thought it'd be cute to cut out just a shape and then put it on a pillow to make it look like a little, you know, throw pillow, and then it all looks so good together, you know. So you can make your own little bunny collection. Oh, and it looks great in one of these apple baskets. All of these together. Really cute. So you can make a little display if you want it. And really cheap. So if you got a whole thing of drop cloth, that was $8. Or you could go to the thrift store and just pick you up a few. The twine is $1. And like I said, this is, let's say this is $4 for one of these. So you could probably make a whole basket of them for under $15, which is not bad at all. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I had fun making it, and if you make some of these, please send me a picture so I can see what you did, especially if you came up with your own idea. I would love to see that.